Let's make history. Some of my earliest memories are walking from my apartment in Harlem to the train station to go to kindergarten in the Bronx. And I was with my grandmother who raised me, my great uncle Cookie, her brother, and my cousin Darnell. And technically I lived on the west side, but it was right off of the border on Fifth Avenue was the border where East Harlem ends and West Harlem begins. And that was a school that doesn't even exist anymore, kindergarten and preschool, and it was called Lucille Murray on about 140th between Alexander and 3rd Ave, right up the block from Patterson Projects in the Mott Haven section of the South Bronx. We would walk to the 6th train, 110th Street in Lexington, which is nothing like it is now in the 21st century. And I mean, it was just like Zombieville, just like heroin addicts, people selling heroin. And though that sounds depressing and horrifying, we took great pride in this was our neighborhood. This is where we are from. As I said, our uncles sometimes were out there, our aunts were out there. Some people, their children were out there. Some people, their parents were out there nodding off. And that journey was interesting. Sometimes me and my grandmother would take the trek alone, and I would see my uncle and my other uncle, Cucho, and they would be like nodding out on the stairs by the center. There's a center right before you get to the train station on 110th and Lex. And I asked my grandmother, well, why are they like falling asleep on the stairs over there? And she would say, oh, they're on medication. And then later, of course, I found out that they were on dope, sometimes methadone. In New York, we call heroin dope. So I know in other places, when you say dope, it's like a generalized word for drugs in general. But in New York City, when we say dope, we mean heroin. And the neighborhood is not what it was. And it changed in good ways. It's still the hood. It changed in good ways because that's a terrible situation. A place right now, you have Kensington in the Philadelphia area, which is like this. I've seen video. I don't know if you've seen video of Kensington where it's just basically like a zombie turf. You know, people just like nodding out and everybody's just like on drugs and just, you know, at the bottom of the barrel. You know, they're on their last leg. And speaking of 110th and Lex, it was a central area in my neighborhood. And when I got older, there was a famous weed spot there called Bus Stop, right on 110th, between 110th and 109th in Lexington. And they called it Bus Stop, obviously because it was right across the street from the bus stop where Clinton Projects is right there. Once you get to Lexington, you make a right, and halfway in the block, there's a bus stop. And this weed spot was across the street from this bus stop. It was called Bus Stop. It was really well known in the neighborhood. There was also a bakery there, a Spanish bakery there, where you could get Cuban sandwiches and things. The bakery was on the left side of Bus Stop, and on the right side was a barber shop, which I used to go to throughout my childhood. And these were my memories, some of my earliest memories growing up in Spanish Harlem. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to Will Flores TV on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and X.